Glowing Up Latina, Season 3, Episode 4.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Glowing Up Latina.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Christina.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Liana.
You guys, before we get into anything today, we have to talk about one thing.
Oh.
I would not be a good 90s baby if I didn't bring it up.
Oh.
Britney Spears.
Oh.
Pobrecita la pobre.
No. First of all, I have been anti-Justin Timberlake for quite some time now. So.
And now it's extra?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I've liked Justin Timberlake.
I still do.
I've never had a problem with him until I don't have a problem with him now, but I'm just kind of like, dude, come on.
Yeah, I think I still like him.
I like his music.
I've always enjoyed him and loved his
In
music.
sync, man. I can't let go of it.
I think we're kind of like it went south for me. It was just when the whole thing with the cheating scandal.
Oh,
like it was not that he was
I'm
cheating.
way before that.
Not that he was cheating, but like
he was holding
very
hands with
like,
the co-star.
Yeah, it was it was very inappropriate.
It was not his wife.
It was not his wife. Yeah, it was very
yeah.
inappropriate. Yeah, he apologized, and then I was just like, And then he did a song with Romeo Santos, and I saw him dancing bachata, and I was like, okay, fine.
No.
She loves those blanquitos.
I was like, oh.
Our beef goes back a little further because him and Janet, like that was wild.
Oh yes,
and he just steps away from everything
from the Super Bowl performance. Yeah.
How old was he then? Was he like?
What a great question. Let's see.
I don't know. I remember I was like 8 or 9 because I remember specifically where I watched that clip because I was
Did you go,
that's
go find
crazy.
it on YouTube or?
No, I was like, because I was watching the football game with my dad.
Oh, okay.
And then that happened, and then I was like,
oh my God, did your parents make you leave the room?
No, my dad was just like, well,
That
what was he gonna say?
Okay. That was in 2004?
Yes, that sounds about right.
Yeah, 2004. February 1st, 2004.
Damn.
Very close to y'all's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And he is, how old is he?
He's got to be 40-something.
Yeah. He's
42. I can't do
so then he
math,
was that was 2004, almost 20 years ago. So what, he was 22, 21
somewhere.
I think he was still early in his career doing his own solo thing. I mean, he knew what he was doing in terms of like ripping it off, and he agreed to it. The backlash is that he didn't own up to it and he didn't say anything. So that's where
His excuse was that he thought
he didn't think that was gonna happen. He ripped it, but he didn't think the whole thing was gonna come off. I think it was something like that.
Yeah. So,
why
but like
it in
her
the first
career
place?
like took like a nose
For her, yeah, it did.
But yeah, that's where my beef with him is a little bit. And then because I was literally listening to a podcast on this today where it was like, now 2 pop stars he has had a hand, and like I don't think he played a hand in Britney Spears' demise. Maybe I haven't read her book. I am going to read it. I'm like the 400th person on Libby to have requested a hold for it, so it's gonna take me a minute before I read. I might buy it because that's a long time to wait.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just so sad.
And then there's talks of the song Every Time.
Yeah,
They thought that song was related to
I actually went back and watched the music video today, and I was like, oh, this is really sad. I don't think I realized that when it first came out.
But the writers said that it had nothing to do with with
everything that happened.
Yeah. So and then she just again, more stuff coming out of her book that her and Colin Farrell had like raunchy, steamy, sex. So
this is kind of dumb, but I get him confused with Colin Firth.
Homie, Colin Firth is British and he's from Love Actually. I mean, they both have accents, but still.
Okay, but the other one's Irish?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not too far off.
They look very different.
I don't think I know what Colin Firth looks like.
Colin Firth is the guy from Love Actually, Bridget Jones's Diary.
I think I'm picturing the guy from Notting Hill. I don't think that's right.
That is. Oh my God, it's gonna kill me right now.
He cheated
Hugh
with
Grant.
his nanny.
That is Hugh
There we
Grant.
go. Right? He cheated with his nanny.
Wait, in the movie?
No, in real life.
Oh, Hugh Grant?
Yeah. Didn't he get caught with his nanny?
Elizabeth Hurley, when he was married to Elizabeth Hurley, yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful woman too. And yeah.
I know no one.
This is what I do in my time.
I know no one. You're saying all these names, I'm like, okay. Cool.
But yeah, it was that was shocking to hear this week about Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. Also, man, Britney Spears, I don't know. She got a lot going on.
She does.
Is this man in Mamma Mia?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have never seen that man in my life.
He isn't. Yeah. I don't know what.
We need to do a bloop here and a bloop there
that man in my entire life. What was he in?
He was in Love Actually.
Okay, I've never seen that.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's a Christmas movie.
It's very good.
It's a Christmas movie. We love it. And the Bridget Jones's Diary,
that.
like the whole chain of movies. Bridget Jones' Diary. Yeah.
He was in Mary Poppins Return, if you happen to seen that.
He was in like what's it called? The something men, wise men, or what's it
Kingsman?
called? Kingsman, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
He was in that.
Yeah, sorry guys, I don't.
I strictly know him from Mamma Mia, and specifically Mamma Mia 2. That's my favorite one. But yeah, okay, so wanted to touch on that.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, what did y'all think of Bad Bunny's album?
Oh, I like it.
Yes,
like
is a good word for it because I do like it. My friend asked me, what songs do you like? No, she goes, how do you feel about the album? And I took a screenshot of all the songs that I downloaded. It's just like a handful of them. And I go, this is what I like. And she goes, damn, she didn't even say love. She said like. And I was like, yeah. I go, this album is very much trap and how he first started out in the game. And the album before this, Un Verano Sin Ti, like, it was very summer vibes and island, you know, Caribbean tunes, and I liked it. It was very like, you know, you could dance to it. Mm-hmm. This is very much trap, and I do enjoy trap, but once in a while I like to like, you know, dance to something. There's like maybe like 2 songs on there that you can dance to. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. I like it. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's running on the same beat in a lot of the songs, but again, that's what trap is. That's what reggaeton is. Like they all have the same kind of beat, but like, you know which one I'm talking about? Like it's kind of the same one from Where She Goes. So
there are a lot.
It's that same kind of beat repeated throughout some songs, but I say like this is like his party album.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it yet, but some of the songs that I have heard don't give me like Un Verano Sin Ti, like that I could have on like we had it on all summer.
Yeah, I had that on all summer.
So like Mr. October is good, Thunder and Lightning is good, Perro Negro is good. I actually like Nadie Sabe. That first song off of the album, I actually like that song.
I like it for like the first 3 minutes, and then I'm like, okay.
No, I actually like what he's
the very first one.
Is it? But you said you like it for the first 3 minutes
because it's like a 7-minute long song.
It's a 7-minute long, but I like what he says in that whole entire song.
It's good. I do like what he says.
Everything it's a breakdown of how the past year has gone for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually am like, yes. He talks about him throwing the phone at the fan. He goes, "You're really not a fan. That's why I threw the phone."
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of these other things, and I was just like, yes. He does mention Kendall Jenner in there.
Oh my god, I did see the line. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I like sisters are feeling.
He's supposed to host SNL
tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
So I'm gonna make sure I watch that. And he was on Jimmy Fallon last night. I saw that too.
Oh, it was a cute interview because they were talking about how there are college courses being taught.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was really. He was
like, I would love to go to those classes too. And I was like, yes.
I watch him in interviews and I'm like, oh, I love you. But then I'm watching him like in the world, like just kind of be, and I'm like, I don't know what happened.
Like the ad, his Gucci ad with Kendall Jenner, that took me out. I was like, damn. That's when I realized that relationship is actually real, because I don't think Kendall Jenner would do like a
campaign.
Is it an endorsement? Or something like that, right? I don't think she would.
A brand rep,
right? I don't think she would have done that unless she was serious about him.
But she was with that basketball player for years.
But did she do any? I don't think she
No,
did anything.
that's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm also saying that's why this is probably very serious for her, because why would she mix business with pleasure?
That's true.
Okay,
Or unless Kris Jenner is behind it.
I am on like kind of like it's so public that I'm like, I don't know.
It's the same thing as like Taylor Swift and the fucking.
Literally talking to my mom about
What's the guy's name?
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
That's such a fake. But you know what? This says a lot about her, and it makes a lot of sense. Wow, we're going way off topic, but this makes a lot of sense about her because she likes fuckboys. She does.
He looks like
He does look like a frat boy.
He looks like a fuckboy. He's cute. Don't get me wrong. He's a cutie. But she likes fuckboys, and that's always been her problem. I know all the Swifties are probably gonna come after me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. What did you think Harry Styles was when you met him?
We all
knew. Come on now.
I knew you were trouble.
But that's what she's always been about.
Yeah, I don't know. I told my mom the same thing. I don't know if that relationship was a real thing.
It can't be. Like how did that relationship come into fruition?
Okay, so he went to an Eras Tour concert earlier in the summer. And there was like a really big deal with like the friendship bracelets. Apparently he put his number on a friendship bracelet, tried to get it to her. It didn't make it to her, but it became like a really big story. Mm-hmm. So that's one possible way. Apparently one of her backup dancers is also a brother to a player on the Chiefs, right? That's who he plays for. So that's another connection. And then apparently the dad has a connection to the football team. So like,
oh my gosh.
there are ways.
That's insane. She is making the NFL so much money.
Yeah, I know.
It is insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like her watching the game with his mom, I'm just like, that's a little like.
So, okay, my mom did watch the documentary and I've seen stuff on the brother Jason.
And
his
like, brother?
Yes, his brother.
Okay.
The one that, they played each other in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They like the family in general seems like very grounded and like kind of down to earth. So I don't know if they would be a part of something like fake or like for show. But again, Travis, on the other, I don't know.
But then again, like she puts on this like persona that she is very nice and like, so who knows? That's probably the family's feeding into it.
I can see it. I can see how you could like her as a person. She seems very personable with like what she gives off to people.
I guess. I mean, I've never been a Swiftie ever.
Me neither.
Like I like one song.
I like her songs. I'm not gonna lie. If you go on my phone, there's songs from her. I just don't like her. Songs are nice. I just don't like her. There are other people like that I don't like. That I feel that way too. Like I like your songs, but I just don't like you.
Justin Timberlake.
See, there you go.
Before we go on to the actual show, the actual thing that we came here to do, what is your favorite Britney Spears song?
Lucky.
Oh, that's a cute one. I love that one.
Lucky.
I love Toxic.
Oh, that's a good one.
I do. I love Toxic.
I think mine has to be Overprotected or Boys. Boys is a good one. I feel like not a lot of people listen to Boys. It's very like dancey. Favorite Bad Bunny song?
Oh man.
Oh no, that's hard.
Like from this album or like of all time?
In general.
Damn.
Yeah.
When you asked the question, the first song that came to my mind was Me Porto Bonito. So
that's what I was thinking.
That I really like that song a lot. Let me see what else.
I like Whoa.
Oh, and Unaguni. Unaguni. Those are my top two.
That was your favorite when we went to the show at the Barclays, wasn't it?
No, that was mine.
No,
that was the one that was like, Christina, my phone is dying. I need you to record this.
Yeah, that's hers.
Do you remember?
A Tu Merced was the one that I liked at that concert. But Si Estuviéramos Juntos, that's the one that I like the most, and that is the album. Which album is this one? The one with the I.
Siempre.
Siento.
Oh.
What is the album? What is the name of that?
Yeah, it's Siempre. It's Por Siempre.
Because the X means por, yeah. It is por siempre, right?
The X means por?
Por siempre. X means por. Yeah.
In what world?
It's like when you're texting, por.
Really?
Yeah, they use X for por. And like shorthand.
Like Puerto Rican slang?
No, I think it's just like shorthand, like por. Like when we do X, like bye. Do you know what I mean? Like the equivalent, like when you do.
Oh, like XOXO? Like that's hugs and kisses?
Like X.
But if you were to do like Bad Bunny X, Pero Ya No, you're saying that song is by Bad Bunny.
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
But the por, in shorthand, it means, the X means por. And no, in Spanish. I've seen it. And like
you mean like by. Like this book is by.
By.
Oh.
But like so por.
I feel like I have a brain fart right now. Like I'm not comprehending.
I think the X, in shorthand in Spanish is por. That's what they use it for. Mm-hmm. And then like even when you're texting somebody, like que, like what, they use the letter K.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I know the X is por. All I know is the X is por. Okay, so. Favorite Bad Bunny song is Si Estuviéramos Juntos, and that is on the Por Siempre, right? Is that what we're saying? Yes. We had a whole debate about this. Yeah, that's my favorite song.
Okay, and the last one. Favorite boy band?
Oh, One Direction, hands down.
Oh my goodness. NSYNC, sorry. Justin Timberlake again.
Did y'all listen to O-Town at all?
Yes.
I fucking love O-Town.
'Cause I want it all.
Yes! I love that song.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I do love that song though.
Because he had his own show, the kid, right? Didn't he have his own show? That one guy from Old Town.
They were formed by an ABC show, something like Making the Band or something.
Yeah. So then
I don't know if he had a show. I could not tell you one person
that one guy in that band had a show with his significant other, and it was on MTV.
Are you thinking of Nick Lanchi?
No.
Oh.
You mean Nick Lachey?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Nick Lanchi. I was
sorry,
like,
yeah.
What's it about? What?
Nick Lachey. He was in 98 Degrees.
Yeah, I know, but his name was like Chris something on the, okay, members of O-Town. We're going to look this up. Members.
I could not name one.
Of
I think they had 2 albums.
I don't even know. She sang that song and I was like, oh yes, I recognize that.
So. It was in a movie here recently, apparently.
Ashley Parker Angel.
Ooh, let me see.
He had his own show on MTV.
What was it called?
I don't know. Let me look up.
Oh my god, did
Ashley...
y'all used to watch the Ryan Sheckler show? I can't remember.
I know girls in high school who were obsessed with Ryan Sheckler.
I had a friend when I was in junior high obsessed with him.
There was an MTV series called There and Back with Ashley Parker Angel.
Let me see.
He had his own.
I never watched MTV growing up.
Did he get a show because he was in O-Town?
Yes.
That was not a good choice. I mean, I love that song, but like...
Yeah.
How long did it last?
The show debuted 2006 and then ended in... Hold on. It debuted in January of 2006 and ended March 2006.
That
there you go.
Sense. I told you.
So apparently in the show, it followed him and how he was like managing his career while trying to provide for his fiance and new son. I remember. Yeah.
I did not remember that at all.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
That is insane.
Oh, he looks pretty good now. Interesting. Okay. So yeah.
Well, that's what happened in pop culture this week, you guys. This week on Glowing Up Latina. Liana, what we'll be talking about?
We're talking about spooky stories and our superstitions or like folklore from the countries that we are from.
Mm-hmm.
In spirit of Halloween.
Yes.
Spooky season.
Yes.
But before we dive in to the storytelling aspect of this episode, I wanted to ask you guys, were there any superstitions that your parents told you while you guys were growing up?
I don't think my mom is like a superstitious person.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma would definitely tell us like scary stories to like make us behave. There was one, so the town that I live in has like a falls, and she used to tell us of a woman who like drove herself and her kids into the falls, and she used to like be around the falls like crying for her children, and so if you were out late at night she would take you because she would think that you're her child, which I later learned is just the story. La
Llorona.
Yeah, literally that's all it is. But Yeah, and my grandma lived like really close to the falls.
Did she hear?
Huh?
Did she hear any like crying or any like? Did she hear?
I don't think so. I mean, she might say yes, but I don't think so.
I would have eaten that story up. I would have been like, "Wow, Grandma, you have to tell me everything."
I was literally just like, "So don't go outside." Okay, I got it.
I mean, there was a period like I always knew about La Llorona. Whoa. And for a while, like a couple of years back, like early in the morning, we would hear like someone crying. And it wasn't just me, like my family, like we all live in the same neighborhood. And one time we brought it up and they're like, do you hear that in the morning? They're like, yeah, like someone's crying. Yeah. And they're like, we're like, oh,
I got
Llorona.
chills.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As we're sitting in this neighborhood, Amanda, my goodness.
I promise you we're safe. Also, I don't live too far away from the cemetery, so
Yeah.
You're like across the street.
I don't face the cemetery, but yes, we are across the street.
I literally, like, when I moved here, I was like, they're just smack in the middle of neighborhoods, aren't they? Like,
Yep.
there's no distance.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Superstitions that I grew up with. We mostly know like Friday the 13th to be bad, like a bad luck day.
Mhm.
My grandmother told me actually it's really Tuesday. If the 13th falls on a Tuesday, then it's actually bad luck day. I don't know why.
Oh, I've never
Heard
heard
that.
that one before.
Yeah. And then like, just like these simple ones, like throwing salt over your shoulder
Mhm.
when you're cooking because you don't want bad luck. Like these baby ones. A funny one that came to mind actually when you gave us this topic. It's like don't stare at a dog when they're pooping.
You'll get pink eye.
Yes.
What?
You'll get a sty in your eye.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, now I can't look at Rex when he
Yes,
poops.
don't stare directly at them. You
But he
literally
looks
the
at
other
me.
way. You look at
Because
him.
he's like, you're supposed to be watching my back, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I
I
am.
guess you can look at him, but don't be looking at
Yeah.
him go.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
Keep your eyes on his head and that's it.
Yes.
That's
Don't look
so
at
funny.
any.
I
other-
have-
I have
yeah.
never heard that before.
Mhm.
Well, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
This one isn't spooky, but like, the whole like, if you dream of fish, somebody around you is pregnant or you're pregnant or, what was the other one? Women who are carrying boys, like they'll be beautiful, and women who carry girls will be ugly.
That
Yes,
I've heard.
That I
I've
have
heard,
heard.
yeah.
Yes.
That I've heard. Some spooky ones that my mom told me. She used to tell me that walking backwards is bad because that's how the devil walks.
Interesting.
She used to tell me that I used to catch fireflies all the time when I was younger because I was an outdoor kid with my cousins and everything. And during the summer, we would always catch like fireflies in a mason jar or whatever. And she would always tell me to let them go because they're just the souls of the dead. Mhm.
Oh my
And they're-
Lord.
Yeah, but like not in a spooky way, but more of like, yeah, these are just souls that have passed, and they're just like in a firefly now. I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful.
I
I
mean,
was over
yeah.
here catching them in a jar.
Yeah, here I am just locking them. And I was like, oh no. I let them go right after that. And now I obviously don't catch them now. And then another one that she told me growing up, obviously I have siblings. I used to fight with them all the time, as you guys know. But specifically for Good Friday, she used to tell us not to fight because if we did fight, then we would get stuck together. It was so interesting.
Interesting.
Oh.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
Like, you would just become glued together.
together.
Yeah. I was like, Mom, that's
But just
not
on Good
true.
Friday.
Oh, my mom used
Yeah.
to say,
Just on
yeah.
Good Friday.
My mom was like, well, when my mom was pregnant with me, my mom had a little gorilla stuffed animal. And my grandmother would be like, why do you have that gorilla stuffed animal? Like, stop staring at it. Like, stop. She's like, but I like it. I think it's so cute. She goes, stop, because if not, the baby's going to come out all hairy. And I was like, oh, she told you that? And I came out all hairy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So funny.
I was like, damn. Mhm.
I had okay. Our biggest fan is gonna think this is so funny because his siblings, his twin siblings, they came out so hairy. And we used to tell them that we had to shave them. So
Oh
they
my
wouldn't be so-
God.
That is not true. They were not shaved.
Twins are in the background like, what?
I'm sure I'll get a text later.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I have heard that like if you like don't like somebody while you're pregnant, the baby will come out looking like
I've
them.
heard that as well.
Oh my god!
Like, I mean, like not like just general. Like you have to like hate this person.
Yeah, you like literally like
never
cannot
heard
even
that.
stand the look of this person.
I never heard that before.
Really?
No.
Oh my god, my mom tells me that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes it could be like your husband, it could be like your cousin, it could be your aunt, your uncle, your dad, like it could be anybody. Like your hormones are just like, this is the person that I'm choosing to just despise for the next 9 months.
That is insane.
Yeah. And it's true. It's actually very true. I've seen it happen. One of my cousins looks exactly like his uncle because his mom just could not stand her brother. Like, could not be in the same room.
Oh my gosh. That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's useful information.
So you just gotta love everybody when you're pregnant.
That's insane. No. Oh my god.
Okay. I'm really excited for this part because I'm ready to just like sit back, listen to these scary stories, set the mood. Okay, who wants to go first?
I can go first because mine's very general.
Okay.
So I did the kokoi, which is basically just the boogeyman. That's all it is. Apparently in some Spanish cultures or countries, it's coco, which is like, to me, kind of funny because like now I just think of like Coco.
Grandma
So cute
Coco.
and
Mama
sweet.
Coco. Yeah.
I also picked the kokoi because when I was younger, apparently, I used to go around trying to scare people. Like I would hide and things, and I would jump out and like roar.
You're veritable.
So much. I don't know what that was about. So a couple of my family members started calling me kukoi. That was like I swear to God, up until I think one of the last times in my 20s, somebody called me kukoi. They were like, "Hey, kukoi, how are you?"
I shared a room with you for Amanda's bachelorette. If you would have scared me, Christina, I don't know what would have happened to you.
So yeah, that's also why I picked this.
Oh my god.
I don't know what that was about. But yeah, you apparently used to hide in things and like jump out and be like, roar.
All right.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so to me, the kokoi was always supposed to look like kind of like the devil, like the bottom halves were like hooves, and then like he was like kind of like a furry creature. But I guess like the general like lore of him is that it is a tall, furry, red-eyed creature with apparently one long ear, so they can hear children misbehaving. Because the purpose of the kokoi is to come and take misbehaving children and eat them.
Oh my god.
Yes. So the story that I have heard is that a man who has lost his wife, he has 3 daughters, and now he's tasked with taking care of these 3 daughters. The youngest of the daughters is very well behaved, helps her dad out, like has basically taken on like a like central role in the household. The 2 oldest are just like not about it. They're like, "Oh, I want to go outside and play. I don't want to do any of this." And no matter how much the younger sister asks for help, they like are like, "No, we don't want to do that." And they kind of think of her as like a goody two shoes. So one day, the youngest daughter asked her dad to get the older girls to help her. And this causes the older girls to like almost kind of like, I don't want to say like torture, but like torment the younger sister because they like start purposely making messes, start giving her like any task that she does to like help around the house, they will purposely go and like destroy it.
Oh no.
Yeah. So they're doing that. They're doing all their madness. And eventually the dad is like, "I can't take this anymore. Like, if you girls don't behave, I'm going to call the kokoi to come and get you." And they like kick it up a notch, these badass little girls. And they continue to misbehave. And then so eventually he goes outside and he calls for the kokoi. And apparently everybody sees him run through town, and he goes and grabs these little girls, takes them back to his cave, And he like keeps them in his cave and he feeds them one tortilla per day to keep them alive, so they don't die. And a goat herd, which is like, I thought you would say goat herder, but
Right.
it's the person who takes care of the goats is a goat herd.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can hear these girls like screaming in this cave. He goes in and he rescues them, and they run home like crying back to their dad. And they're like, we're so sorry, like we'll never misbehave again.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't. And apparently like they live the rest of their lives never misbehaving, and the kukui never comes back. They don't get eaten by the kukui.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so scary. First of all, if you're a dad, why are you purposely calling this monster, people eating monster?
He was fed up. I could only imagine like telling your kids a bajillion times, you need to behave, you need to behave.
But to people eating monster, what if they didn't come back? What if they weren't rescued?
Folktale. So I mean,
They would have died. Poor kids.
They were bad. They were awful children.
No, they were.
That was the right
They were.
decision.
But like,
however, this man was like at his wit's end and was just like, my freaking
He
girls
warned
won't shut
them.
up.
He was like, I'm gonna call the kukui, and they did not listen.
that's true.
And then I saw somewhere when I was like looking up like the kukui in like various like Latin American countries. Apparently, like in Mexico, there like is said that this story like originates from.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, this region is known for having the most well-behaved children because they hear the story and they never want the kukui to come back.
They're like,
That's cute.
This was like a tidbit I wrote on the internet, though, so I don't know.
That's funny.
But I did think it was cute.
That is really cute.
And I also think it's really cool because like now, so like the kukui, I definitely got told stories about the kukui growing up, and like if you don't behave, like he's gonna come and get you. It was never all call him. It was always like he's gonna know you're like almost like a reverse Santa Claus. Like he's gonna know you're misbehaving and he's gonna come and get you.
Yeah.
But now there are like children's books.
Yeah.
Like about the kukui. Yeah. There's one that's like El Kukui is scared too. And he's like hiding in a little cactus plant with this little boy, and it's about them facing their fears. So cute.
Okay, I want that book for my kid.
Right.
That's adorable.
Well, this is off topic. My mom used to read us this book that was like in Spanish. It was about a cat that was a chef. I used to love the crap out of that book.
Aw, that's cute.
It was like El Gato something, but it was so cute.
Aw.
That's cute.
So your parents never told you the kukui was going to come and get you?
Mm-mm. I've never heard of them.
I've heard of the kukui. Yeah, my mom said that, yeah, her grandmother used to say that to her and her siblings, my aunts and my uncles, that the kukui will come and get you. I'll go get the kukui. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't think we got that wasn't a thing with us. Like me and my cousins growing up.
I don't think my mom ever said it. My grandma definitely said it to us.
That's so funny.
No, yeah, we never got told that.
The thing that my mom said, it was like, if I misbehaved, she was more of just like, yeah, God doesn't like that. And I'm like, oh,
Doesn't like anything.
I'm sorry.
doesn't like
But I
that.
never got the kukui.
So there's like no like Dominican equivalent.
I did. So when I was doing like my own research, I did see the kukui, and it was basically like that. Like he was just the boogeyman, and it was the similar story. But yeah, I mean, I guess there's a kukui in every kind.
I mean, I love the boogeyman. Halloween, Michael Myers.
I was like, why do you love him?
Yeah, that's what I was too. I was like, Amanda.
That's the only one I actually I fuck with.
I don't like.
Are you
that.
a scary movie person?
I'm not. We recently watched Talk to Me. Bruh. First of all,
What is that?
What's that about?
what? You haven't heard of it?
No.
It has like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like,
Really?
yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was that good, but I also had my eyes covered 99% of the time. It was good. It was the one that they have like a hand, and it's like a portal to like the other world, like the underworld, and like you summon like demons through it. Like you touch it, you hold on to it, you say let me in, and they
No,
they
thank
possess
you.
you.
I'm good.
They possess you, and at that, while they are possessed in your body, like they can do whatever they want. It's
Oh
pretty,
my God.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. If you're into scary movies, you should watch it.
I hear that the House of Usher, it's it sounds like Usher, like the House of Usher, like about like this the musician,
Yes,
the
it
artist.
does. And I want to say that's not unreasonable. People online are like, how could you not know this was about Edgar Allan Poe? First of all, it's called The House of Usher.
Yes.
Who do you think of when you hear Usher?
Yes.
Come on now.
And I heard that it's a very good show on Netflix.
Yes.
And so my coworker brought it up to me and he was like, yeah, you really need to watch this. And my other coworker goes, yes, because she goes, oh, now I know why it's scary. And I go, why? Because she goes, it's based off of Edgar Allan Poe's book. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. The way they were describing things to me, I was like, this makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I want to watch that over the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be really good. I've heard good things about it.
So I'm super excited for mine because I thought what I looked up was just like that was it, but then it led into other things that I was just like, okay,
I'm excited.
When that happens. So mine is like more like of an urban legend based in Mexico. It's Hotel California, and so the urban legend speaks of a colorful hotel in the town of Todos Santos, Mexico, which is occupied by a spirit of a young woman named Mercedes. And apparently the hotel was founded by a Chinese immigrant named Senor Wong. I don't know how that came up, but that's what I found in my research. So the hotel it's in that town of Todos Santos between La Paz and Los Cabos on the Pacific Ocean, aside of the Baja Peninsula. Okay, just let's keep those geographic things in mind. Okay, so apparently legend has it that the Hotel California is a place where the spirit Mercedes lives and she offers wine to lonely men who seek rooms for the night.
Aww.
And apparently this legend was inspired by Don Henley and Glenn Frey to compose the famous song Hotel California, which was released in the 70s and performed by the
Eagles.
The Eagles. Let me tell you, that song is famous in my family. Like, we love that song.
It's a good song.
God.
Yeah, we sing that song with our hearts out. Like, with our heart out. Like,
I love that.
Love that song.
Literally looking up the lyrics now.
Okay, yes. So, but apparently, officially, the story of the creation of the song claims that Hotel California is actually based off of it refers really to the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Okay.
Because I guess that's where the writers spent most, a bunch of their time in this hotel. But so nothing to do with the Hotel California in Mexico. Okay. However, in the song Hotel California sung by the Eagles, there is a mention of Mercedes-Benz. Mm-hmm. And in that song, it kind of relates to Mercedes, the woman who lures in all these men. Some believe that the song is directly tied to the legend of the temptress, but others also believe it has nothing to do with the song. Whatever. Okay.
I don't know. I'm looking at this paragraph, and it kind of sounds like it is.
Right. So Mercedes has her way of just luring in these men, gets them drunk, and just like it says in the song, you can always check in, but you can never leave.
Oh my God.
Yes. So, people think that, the hotel has been haunted by a female ghost, but that this goes all the way back from the 1950s, and the song was written in the 1970s. So it's so this story has been out way before even the song came out.
Is this an active hotel still? You could
apparently there is, but there are a whole bunch of hotels that claim that they are the Hotel California, and some people get drawn in, and they're like, oh, this is not the real Hotel California.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, looking more into the story, I found out that area, La Paz, has other urban legends attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that same area, there's a place that's 40 miles away from La Paz, and that's where the legend of El Mechudo was born. So the legend belongs to South Californians, and the famous story was described of how a pearl diver turns into a long-haired being that lives at the bottom of the sea on a very small island. Okay? And the legend goes To the north of La Paz, a peninsula called El Muchado penetrates the sea. So in that side, there's there's a hot spot for like where you could find pearls, and a whole bunch of like they promised to get one last pearl for the season, but that was dedicated to the Virgin. So I want to say like the Virgin Mary. So there was one diver that went in, and they were like all these other like divers. They were like, no, that's it, no more. Like don't go back in. We already got like the last pearl, and he goes, no, I'm not getting it for the Virgin. I'm going to get it for the devil. He made a joke out of it. The man never came back up.
Oh my God.
So apparently, yeah, the man never appeared again. Nowhere to be found. But apparently those who have actually gone there, like this place still exists. So divers who go there and actually get pearls, they've said that they found hair and a beard grown ghost at the bottom of the sea or wherever. Yeah. Apparently he appears to be alive and holding a huge mother of pearl shell in his hands. And it is the pearl of the devil, they say.
Do they touch it?
I don't know. That was the end of my research.
I made me think of Aladdin. When he grabs the lamp, everything falls.
And that's and the long bearded person is known as El Mechudo.
Oh my gosh. That was really good.
Wow. That was super good.
The whole connection, I was like, what? I was like, so this whole place, like La Paz apparently just has like a whole bunch of these like weird urban legends.
How ironic.
And I did not think about, I didn't even know of this story until I found out. Like I was doing more research on it. I was like, that freaked me out. That spooked me actually. Because he jokingly said, I'm going to go and get, no, he was like, he was like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to get it for the Virgin. I'm going to get it for Satan, for the devil. Boom. Never came back up.
Joke like that?
Never came back up. Satan took his word for it and he was like, all right, bet. Boom. Dragged him in. Yeah.
Wow. That was so good.
Okay, this made me think of two things. What was it, the Hotel Cecil in California?
Yes. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was really good. I mean, it was crazy, but yeah.
And then, I don't know if you've ever seen American Horror Story, but they have a season on the hotel. It's like literally called AHS Hotel.
Yeah.
And it's basically based on Hotel Cecil. It's a very good season. Like you don't have to watch obviously the whole series. So if you just go watch that one season, it's very good.
I was actually hoping at the end of that season, American Horror Story with the hotel one. I was like throughout the whole entire season, I was so disappointed because I was like, damn, why haven't they played Hotel California by now? And it ended with Hotel California. And I was like, yes, you gave me what I wanted. Yeah. I love, for a good moment there, I was really into American Horror Story.
Yeah.
I liked
Murder House, the first one.
Murder House, the first one. Oh my God.
I watched Asylum.
I did watch Asylum. It was
good.
It was trippy for me, but it was.
I liked Coven a lot.
I loved Coven. Coven was my favorite one.
You should watch Hotel. I think you would like that one too. It's very similar to Murder House.
Yeah, Murder House was dope.
Then they got kind of like weird there for a minute.
There was one with like the Jason Jason Voorhees 1984. I wasn't into that one.
But they recently had one that was like a dual season. So one half was like on sirens, which I thought was going to be more like mermaid based. It wasn't. It was like
right. Yeah.
But then the second half of that season was a different story that was basically like telling like how aliens came to be, and it was like this whole conspiracy that like the US like knew. It was really good.
I didn't see that one. The one with also the election, I was just like,
oh yeah. They started introducing new people around that time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want the old people.
Yes, I love, what's her name? Sarah Paulson. There's another one. Oh, what's her name? She came out in Asylum. She came out in Murder House. The older
Emma Roberts?
No.
Oh, farming.
Yeah, you probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
like that,
but yeah, I love American Horror Story.
It's very good.
I want to watch this new season. Kim Kardashian's supposed to be on it.
I did hear that, and Emma Roberts is back.
Yes,
she's been missing the last couple of seasons.
Yes.
But Hotel, you should.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll add it to my TBW to be watched. Your story reminded me of an urban legend in the Dominican Republic. It's not the story that I'm going to tell, but it was I wanted to do it, but then I didn't find like there wasn't any umph to her. So I was like, oh, you're boring. I mean, not really, but you know. So her legend is she's called the Ciguapa. And the reason why I wanted to do her was because she's known to have backwards feet. And my mom used to tell me, don't walk backwards because that's how the devil walks. I was like, well, that's interesting. So basically, she kind of mimics like a siren, and she has very long hair, very beautiful, all that stuff. And she lures men into the forest of the Dominican Republic, and she eats them. Some versions say that she'll like make love with them before she kills them. Sometimes she'll like take care of them, and then she just, you know. But there wasn't really any like origin to her. There's like speculation if like she actually exists or if this writer was the one who created her, because he wrote about a Ciguapa instead of a novel. But there's no way to know if he actually knows of this that happened in the past or like if he just made it up.
Oh, okay.
That was that. But my story. Okay. So we're going to go on a little history lesson. We're going to take us to the motherland. The Dominican Republic, recently known as Quisqueya by the Taino natives, or later known as Hispaniola when we were colonized by Christopher Columbus in 1492. So that I didn't know. Like, I was like, oh, so he was just world domination in every fucking country. Like, that's insane.
Oh,
Sorry.
he went to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
I thought you were into the 1492 part. I was like, you don't know the rhyme?
1492. No.
It's the Christopher Columbus of the Ocean Blue or something like that. Yeah, he was everywhere tearing everything up.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But then we later declared our independence, first in 1844 and then again in 1865. Now moving across the country, we have Haiti, or Haiti, as known by the Taino natives. Haiti wasn't colonized by the French until 1697 after years of fighting over the territory. The French renamed the colony to Saint-Domingue, and the economy was gradually expanding with a lot of sugar and coffee. And then in 1767, it exported indigo, cotton, and then 72 million pounds of raw sugar. And by the end of the century, the colony encompassed a third of the entire Atlantic slave trade. So it was a lot. In 1791, the slaves of Haiti staged a revolt, which led to the Haitian Revolution, where they finally declared independence from the French in 1804. Okay, so those dates are kind of important because my story is about El Come Gente, which translates to the people eater. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a fun one.
A lot of people.
Light and airy episode. Okay, so it's 18th century Dominican Republic. It's during the Haitian Revolution, and I'm assuming it's not like a great place to live in either of these countries right now because it's time of war. So El Come Gente is said to look like an Indian, and I'm assuming they mean a Taino native or a native Quisqueya, because other names that I found for El Come Gente was El Negro Incognito, which it's like
Incognito. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, the black incognito. And he had long black hair and very small features. His body was well proportioned according to his size, but he had very tiny feet.
Okay.
They say that El Come Gente traveled to Haiti to learn witchcraft so he could cross the entire country in a night and be at multiple places at once. It's also said that he was almost impossible to catch because once his little tiny feet touched the water, he would disappear. So according to Dominican history, El Come Gente was an assassin who would kill his victims with a club, dance around them after they were dead, mutilize, collect the little private parts for a collar that he wore around his neck.
Oh my God.
And then he would eat their flesh, if that was not enough. And so we have El Come Gente. And he roamed the countryside for years, from 1790 to 1794. But one day, the people of the Dominican Republic were very fed up of being scared and tormented by this man-beast.
That's fair.
So they band together and catch him. And he was caught by a farmer who lived in the country using a witch basket called Bejuco de Brujas. And the farmer took the Come Gente to the capital, where he was condemned to death and executed. But it is said that he still roams the countryside holding a club to this day.
Oh my gosh.
So obviously during the time, the Dominican Republic and Haiti are still under Spanish and French rule, but Haiti is currently revolutionizing against the French because between 1791 and 1804. And so the French and Spanish elite of Santo Domingo and Saint Domingue are like shifting the way that they talk about like the slaves and the lower class and just the lower class of them. So an administrator named Katani was hired by colonial authorities to find out what the hell was going on and who was causing all the trouble. And he said in his report that he wrote, he spent 33 days in the countryside and sent 24 different criminals to the Real I said this word yesterday. Audiencia?
Audiencia?
What is it?
Audiencia?
Audiencia. Okay. Which was the first court of the Spanish crown. And so he basically concluded that these complaints of a serial killer roaming the countryside were mostly about like the nightmares of the elite that really wanted control over the countryside rather than just a sadistic killer. So they were just afraid and they made up this one dude. So all of the story of El Come Gente shows is that during the Haitian Revolution, there was a heightened sense on the part of the Santo Domingo elite to domesticate the unruly. And that is the story of El Come Gente.
Oh my God.
You lost me at the necklace because
that was a lot. I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy. But he didn't exist, so.
That was a good order to go.
Yeah.
It just got intense. Yeah. More intense as we went on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No words, no reactions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every country has their own
This one kind of like fascinated me because it was like from a real thing and that it just showed like how quick things can just like turn around and stuff. So I was like, damn, it's a little wild.
I think the real message of this episode is that the real kukuis are actual people and not fictional things.
Exactly.
Oh, goodness. Spooky. I love spooky season.
Yeah. It's great. I love it.
Do you guys have a favorite spooky movie?
I'll tell you, The Boogeyman.
That's a movie?
Well, they call Halloween, the Halloween, movies. Michael Myers, they call him the Boogeyman.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
I don't know if I've ever seen them.
Growing up, my aunt, like, she's also, like, she loves the Boogeyman. And that's how I got to know about Michael Myers. So, and it's not scary to watch because he just walks slowly.
Says you.
And then I like the little jingle he has every time he comes out.
He has a jingle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, hey.
I think my favorite would be Halloween Town. Oh, sorry, I'm hungry. I'm always hungry.
I heard it.
Halloween Town would probably be my favorite.
From Disney Channel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's cute. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it in a while, I should say.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's
good.
Cute.
It's cute.
It's really good.
Very cute.
First and the second one was they're cute. They too.
From Disney Channel, I really liked Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Hocus Pocus was a good
classic.
one. I love Beetlejuice.
Okay, yeah.
The Scream franchise is probably my favorite.
Yes.
The Scream franchise and Child's Play. I think they have a good progression from like they kind of get funny in the middle and then they go back to like horror.
Yeah.
The reboot I wasn't a fan of. I heard the show was very good though.
That's what I heard too. You know a movie like that, Freddy vs. Jason?
I never saw them, but I heard they were silly.
It's so stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. It's funny. Kelly Rowland is in that movie.
Shut up.
Yeah. Have y'all seen The Mist?
I heard of that
Oh
one.
my God, that movie's so good. It's about aliens, I think. And they kind of take over this town. I think it's based off of a Stephen King movie. Hold on. It is so good. So literally this mist takes over the town, but like there are aliens too that are killing people.
Oh.
So you have to keep quiet because if they hear you.
That's like Bird Box.
Something like that. I think so. And at the end they get saved. Oh, because at the end it's this guy. It's the guy who's trying to survive with his 2 kids, I think, or his son, I forget. And he's just like, fuck, we just have to die. Like, that's it. Like, they had a gun. They're like, let's just do it. Let's just like kill ourselves. So shoots everyone in the car. He's the last one to go, and you see fucking FEMA roll up and save the town. And he's like, no. Yes. Oh, it's such a freaking good movie. I recommend.
Why would you?
It's a good movie.
At that point, though, I just gotta go then.
Yeah, like yeah.
Okay, so it's a science fiction horror film based on the 1980 novella The Mist by Stephen King. Why do I say novella? Is it novella?
Yeah, it's like a no, it's a novella.
It's a novella,
It's
yeah.
novella.
It's a short book, it's too
Shorter than a
long to be
novel.
a short story.
Yeah. It's
And
based
not
off
long
of
to be a
Stephen
novel.
King, yeah. I recommend
Stephen King is so good. I love his movies.
and it's the original It.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
It
that
was
one
really
took
good.
me a while to watch. Like I was a grown person by the time I was finally able to watch that.
Yeah.
Actually, and the book is like this thick.
It is, yeah.
I have the book.
The Shining is a Stephen King one too, isn't it?
Shining is good too.
I've never seen it. I literally only know it because of friends. Because Joey throws it in the freezer.
It's an unnatural mist that envelops the town.
That made me think of The Fourth Kind. Did you ever see that? That came out.
No, I will
Yes.
never watch that. Constantine has seen. No, I will never watch that.
I've watched
But you'll
it.
watch this?
Nah, homie, no. That is real. The Fourth Kind?
Let me look it up.
That shit is real.
Hold on. Are you
because it
thinking of the
does-
same story? Because I saw a
the
movie like
Fourth
that and
Kind-
it
no,
freaked
it's
me
split
out.
screen. It's split screen to like the movie and what actually does happen, what what has happened.
This movie creeped
Me the fuck
me
no,
out.
I will not. He told me about that. I said nope. I know they're real. You don't gotta tell me they're real, and we already know that they're real. So no, I'm not gonna watch it. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I respect the aliens.
You literally just triggered. I had a dream the other night where Thomas called and told me they confirmed that Area 51 was real and they closed it down. And then I woke up and I was like, what just happened? I was so confused.
Listen,
Yeah. And this is the
Yeah.
lady, like it opens up with the lady and she's just like
It
a
has
zombie.
18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
This is the fourth kind.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I
never
saw it.
watched
In
it.
It creeped me out. But yeah, this is the one with like the lady and like they open the movie and she's just like not okay. Like she looks like a zombie, right?
yeah.
Damn.
Well, you guys, what is making y'all glow this week? What happened? What are you reading about?
I'm still reading on the mist. I'm sorry. I got caught up. Okay, I want to close this now. We're done. Okay.
What is making y'all glow this week?
What was this week?
Oh my god, this
A
week
mess.
was like a mess. It was a hot mess. Work was so stressful, and I'm not looking forward to next week. But anyways,
We're going to the spa tomorrow.
yes. Sorry, we were saying that all day today, like excited. Yes,
Yeah.
The crickets were loud.
yeah. We are going to the spa tomorrow. Excited for that. That is what's making me glow. How about you?
Nothing. I'm trying to think of one thing that happened good today. I had a nice cup of coffee.
Good.
I had a nice cup of coffee. That's my glow.
I had a very nice conversation. So I'm having an issue with one of my credit cards where like a transaction like will not stop pending even though it's already cleared.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get it straightened out with the credit card company. And this week, I don't know what it was. This week just like it was not a good week. So I've been like in a mood basically all week. And when I was talking to this people like, it's not this woman's fault and I'm not generally
Yeah.
unpleasant to people around me. So when I was on the phone with her, I was just like, okay, thank you. Like, this is what's happening. And, we were talking through it. And like, she was like, because it's like 2 transactions were billed as 1 transaction together because they were from the same company. So I think that's what's causing the issue. And so it took us a little bit. It took us like 20 minutes to get there. And I was like getting impatient, but I also realized like it wasn't her fault. So then we get done with the conversation. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you for all your help. Like, I'll look forward to like hearing from y'all, like on what we can do to resolve this, whatever. And she was like, thank you for being so pleasant today. She was like, sometimes I get on calls with these people and they're just so angry and yelling at me. Like I'm the one who made like the
Right,
issue with their
it's
card.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, you just sound so pleasant. It was so nice to hear your voice today. And I was like, I was in the office and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to cry.
No, I
Aw.
like listen. I understand what you're saying because there are times where like I deal a lot with like parents because I work in like a peds department, so I deal a lot with parents. So sometimes it's like, oh, well, your office did this and no one said anything, or your office said, I was expecting this and someone said they were going to send it to me. And I'm like, I understand. I'm going to get that to you right away. Fortunately, I wasn't the person that you spoke to, but again, I'm going to help you out and all that stuff. Yeah. So I get what she's saying, because it's like, don't kill the messenger, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how like this job is.
You just need to be angry at somebody.
And, unfortunately, the person that they got you as a live person, so you're about to take that heat. So yeah, there are times where we got to take an L, and I'm just like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
But it was like, obviously, the lady has no idea what I'm going through, but it was nice to hear somebody to be like, oh, this girl, like, she sounds so pleasant. She's trying. Like,
yeah.
It was good. It made me feel very happy. So,
yeah.
Nice. And then I was in a bad mood, like, immediately.
Oh, no.
I was 15 minutes early today. I was 15 minutes late last time. I was 15 minutes early today. So that's also making me glow. But in between doing this and work, I just, like, laid on the couch. That's all I did. I had things I was going to do, but I was like, no.
Nice.
Oh, I can't think of anything else. But I'm just excited for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And on that note, thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. We hope you enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Glowing Up Latina. You can stream season 1 and season 2 wherever you listen to your podcast. Catch up on season 3 wherever you listen to your podcast. Leave us a glowing review because we love to hear from y'all. And yeah.
And then you can also find us on Instagram at Glowing Up Latina. Take a peek and look at how all of us are doing with our weekly reels. I love how we are, getting that. I love how we're, just letting you guys know what we do during the week. Behind the scenes, behind the scenes. Right. So you can check that out at Glowing Up Latina. And you can just send us anything, topics. And you can send us, scary stories from your culture, your country, your native country. Please, we want to hear more spooky stuff for this spooky season. And you can send that to us at glowinguplatina@gmail.com.
And until next week, keep glowing me, huh?
Bye.